It's week 3 of the NFL.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Foxborough. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Swift. And nothing doing on that run. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll run. It's Swift. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play. 3rd and short, and it's Daniels. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Working out of the gun. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Second and 11. On play action, Daniel. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal, but I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
The 24-yard line.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. May to throw again. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. May to the air once more. The right side, catch made by Dobbs. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Working out of the gun, it's May. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Now after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's May. Off-balance throw. It's complete.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Patriots will tie the game at 3 apiece.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Daniels. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Daniels. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. 3rd down, 3 to go. Now Daniels. And that is incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down. So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowski, to punt. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So a field goal apiece here in that 1st quarter. 3-all is the score. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now, May. This one on target, it's Dobbs. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's May. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. May to throw on 2nd down. This is taken in by Dobbs.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The Steelers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll set out in search of a 1st touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. That'll be intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Reichard good with the extra point. And the Pats take a 10-3 lead. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. He'll start at the 2. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. Steelers offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Daniels now going to look to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
This fielded inside the 35. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
On 3rd and long, here's May. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. So they send in Will Reichard for this field goal try. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Pats will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Steelers offense about ready to take over once more. They're in a 10-point hold. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Max Melton. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
The Patriots offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. They'll try the right side this time. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Brings us 2nd and 3 at the Steelers' 11-yard line.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He pulls it in around the 5. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. That is caught, and he's in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Patriots. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's into traffic, but taken in. 2nd down and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is Daniels. He'll get this underneath to Swift. A pickup of 12 yards. That's a Steeler 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
1st and 10. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They will run it over center with Swift. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They put Wilson in motion. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A run here with Swift. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Another run here. Another run by Swift. And he'll bring this inside the 15. And that's good enough for the 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Steelers.
Daniels going to keep it on the zone read. And he's in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. Working out of the gun, it's May. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Foxborough after this. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's Bryce Baringer now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Here's Mitch Wisnowski now, as he's off to punt for Pittsburgh. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. That's caught downfield. Doubs. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
May now on 1st and 10. He'll find his running back, Cook.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's May. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And he will go all the way. James Cook, touchdown New England. Will Reichard now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Patriots add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll start out first down and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Open man downfield is Freiermuth. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. And he's going to have a first down here as they are into field goal range at the 27. Now Mike Tomlin going to send out the field goal unit. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers are back within 2 scores.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've come to halftime here in Foxborough with the Patriots. And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. Now a give on the ground. Powerful running there. Stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll stick with him again. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they'll get him down for no gain. Third and 5.
Brings up third down and 5.
Here's May. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Pats will extend this third quarter lead. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. A return now from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. RPO, quick throw, grabbed by Wilson.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
And the Steeler first down.
Now Daniels. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Covering by Max Melton.
Give up the middle with Swift. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Daniels to throw on second down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Daniels gonna throw again. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. A gain of 16 on that pass play. Good for a Patriots first down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
On the ground, this is James Cook. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
May gonna look to throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out, and the defense has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, But before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
At the Patriots' 48-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's down under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket, nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's May to throw it on 1st down. That's Dobbs, open left side. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 48-yard line.
They'll go play action with May. Now a ball deep, middle of the field.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them. Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Quick throw here is complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Reichert now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Patriots are going to extend their lead.
Patriots 41, Steelers 13.
Reichard out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and DeAndre Swift set to get going again. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. 3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Wilson going to get this one on the jet sweep, and he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen.
At the 44-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. 3rd and a yard, it's Daniels. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the 1st down. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. To the air again is Daniels. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. A couple of 3rd down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to air this one out. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Throwing is Daniels. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown Steelers. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The extra point is up and through, and the Steelers are able to edge a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
A handoff here, up the middle, and he'll take this to the 35, and that'll move the chains. It's a 1st down. They run out of the gun. It's Cook. And not much materializes there. He'll get this to the 35. Here's a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, it's May. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's May. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
3rd and long. Off the play fake, here's May. And that is incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And that'll set up 4th down. And the Patriots ready to kick it away. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. To throw is Daniels. That's caught right side. It's Freiermuth. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. That one caught by Wilson. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. 3rd and long, and here's Daniels. He'll try to run for it, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll go. Here's Daniels. That's taken in, and he's going to have the Steelers' first down. How about that for getting what you need? It's a gain of 9 on 4th and 8. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. This one complete right side. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. They'll go. It's Swift. And he's going to have the Steelers' first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. Open down the field is Mayer, the tight end. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He pulls it in around the 5. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
41, Steelers 27.
Looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.